What's going on, guys? Pancakes here, and I've got some potentially bad news for you guys. Some of you may already know the news. I believe the cat's been out of the bag here for about a year and a half. Not a year and a half, I'm a dumbass. I meant a day and a half. Very different things. It's been out for about a day and a half. Some of you may already know what I'm going to say, but basically, Irrational Games, which was the development studio behind Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite, they've been dissolved. They no longer exist as they are. And I can actually read you guys a quote that Ken Levine made. He is the creative director, pretty much the guy behind the design and everything of Bioshock. He said, and I quote, "I'm handing the reins of our creation, the Bioshock universe, to 2K so our new venture can focus entirely on replayable narrative. If we're lucky, we'll build something half as memorable as Bioshock." So basically this quote pretty clearly insinuates that he's not planning on continuing Bioshock. Certainly, you know, Ken Levine is a very brilliant game designer. If you look at all the games he's made, they've all been excellent. You know, all the way back down to games like System Shock 2, which was from the late 90s. Actually, that game was the spiritual predecessor of Bioshock 1. If you actually go and play System Shock 2, which you should, since that game is awesome, you'll notice so many parallels, right down to the fact that drinking alcohol in that game, you know, increases, I believe it increases your health but decreases your psionics, which are the analogs of System Shock 2 to the plasmids from Bioshock 1. So there are so many parallels to it. And this does not necessarily mean that there won't be any more Bioshock games ever. I mean, it could be something like what happened with Bioshock 2, when 2K went ahead and had a second developer studio do that game. But I don't know about you guys, but personally, my favorite Bioshock games were Bioshock 1 and Bioshock Infinite. And to me, Bioshock 2 kind of lacked that certain... sorry about that, kind of moved my bike. Kind of possessed that certain something that made Bioshock 1 so special. I think it was just the little things right down to having the radio playing that groovy 60s music. And right down to, you know, even the vending machines where they'd go, "The circus of values." That was probably a terrible impression, but you guys know what I mean. You know, it was just the little things like that that gave Bioshock 1 the atmosphere and the charm that made it so special. And you know, I'm not sure that the next Bioshock game that comes out, if they make it, that isn't made by Irrational Games, I'm not sure that game will have that same charm that Bioshock 1 and, to an extent, Bioshock Infinite had. So, this is definitely very bad news as far as I'm concerned, because I love Bioshock. You guys know I love Bioshock. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of the generation. It's probably one of my favorite games ever made. I thought it was such a unique, such an innovative game, not just in terms of gameplay, but in art design, in narrative, in, you know, just it's just the atmosphere, the aura of Rapture was so intoxicating. I've never ever seen an environment in a game that was that captivating, and so this is definitely, I think, a huge loss as far as I'm concerned. And you know, like I said, I'm sure whatever Ken Levine comes up with next will be amazing. It seems like he's moving more towards digital download kind of games that are more narrative driven, which is something that I'm definitely on board with, more so the narrative driven games. I think those are my favorite kinds of games anyway, but still, the loss of Bioshock is something that it's definitely a huge bummer, and it kind of killed my night a little bit, because I was really looking forward to the next Bioshock. I was looking forward to see where they could go after that ending of Bioshock Infinite, which of course was a total game changer in the Bioshock franchise. So I don't even know what to think of this. Well, I do know what to think of it, but it's a huge disappointment. But I guess all good things must come to an end, and I thought it was only fair to get you guys this news with some classic OG Bioshock gameplay in the background to boot. Of course, it wouldn't be fitting without it. And you know, since you guys really enjoyed that Let's Play, I thought it'd be fair for me to let you guys kind of know, in case some of you may have missed it. Probably a lot of you already know this, but you know, I thought it'd be fair to go ahead and upload this video in commemoration and in remembrance of one of the greatest games ever made. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.